Welcome back, everybody. Alex Murdaugh goes on trial next week for the murders of his wife Maggie and son Paul. It starts Monday in Walterboro, South Carolina. Law and Crime's Anjanette Levy tells us what's going on inside and outside of that courthouse as this small city prepares for the trial of the century.
People are preparing for that because we want to put Walterboro in its best light in a bad situation.
All eyes will be on the Colleton County Courthouse as the double murder trial of Alex Murdaugh begins.
It puts Walterboro at the center of attention.
Walterboro is the small city where the courthouse sits. 900 potential jurors have been summoned. 12 along with alternates will be selected to hear what will be the highest profile murder case this county and the city of Walterboro has ever seen.
We have had, Walterboro's had a couple of movies filmed here and such like that. So we're used to having people in town working in media and such like that. But the amount of targeted attention at one time is just unprecedented.
Something happening for the trial inside the courthouse. A portrait of Alex Murdaugh's grandfather, Buster, will be removed from the courtroom before jury selection to prevent the jury from being influenced by the Murdaugh family legacy. Alex Murdaugh's father, grandfather, and great-grandfather all served as solicitor for this area, prosecuting cases. Alex Murdaugh even tried cases in the same courtroom where he will be tried for murder. For Law and Crime Daily, I'm Anjanette Levy.
Can't make this stuff up. So let's talk about the witnesses. Terry, let's start with who you think we're going to see from the prosecution.
You know, if the judge allows the prosecution to tell the full story, I think we're going to see a lot of witnesses and families that were involved with some of the deaths involved in Alex Murdaugh. So we have Gloria Satterfield, who was the former, maid for the family, and she died mysteriously. She fell down steps. We know that Stephen Smith also died, and of course Mallory Beach died. Now, if the judge allows all of that testimony in, we're going to see their family members testifying. We're going to see family members of Murdaugh himself who he stole from. There's no question we're going to see his law firm members testify because he embezzled from them. And of course, we're going to have regular witnesses like the medical examiner. We're going to have police authorities who investigated. So I think you're going to see quite a huge list of witnesses when this trial finally does get underway.
But Brian, before we get witnesses, we need a jury. So what do you think the strategy is going to be in selecting a jury by both sides in a case like this?
Jesse, I know what everyone always hears when a defense attorney or prosecutor comes up. We want a fair jury, someone who can look at all the evidence. No, I want a juror who's going to vote for my arguments. And so when you have a case where literally a family member's portrait needs to be taken down from the court, that's polarizing. Of course there's going to be people in the community that say, hey, you prosecuted, you kept us safe. There's also going to be people that say, you prosecuted family members of mine, and I want to see your family punished as well. So when you weed through all of those people, you're going to try to look, for the prosecutor, for someone who can look at the evidence, but also say, hey, here's a fall from grace story, and I want to make sure that powerful people get punished. And then on the other side for the defense, you're saying, hey, this is a good family. This is someone who would not do this crime, and you're looking for people who would lend themselves to that argument.
Might not be so easy. Might not be 1, 2, 3 getting a jury in this kind of case, given the small town community.